One thing every great songwriter knows is how to write a song that keeps you engaged from start to finish. To explain this idea in more depth, I'm going to break down a few parts of Sugarcult's song Memory, as it's a good demonstration of all the ideas involved in arranging an engaging song. Straight from the onset, we hear the guitars, drums and vocals playing simultaneously. The key thing here is that everything you're hearing is kept centered in the mix, making it intentionally very mono in sound. And this continues into the second part of the verse when the bass is introduced. So we have the kick, snare, guitar, bass and vocals all stacked on top of each other.
Lost your sense of fear, feelings insincere.
So what's the reasoning behind this? It's so that when the chorus is introduced, you're immediately hit with a big contrast in sound, helped by the guitars, overheads and vocal effects, all of which are filling in the stereo information.
Get back to where we lasted, just like
They could have instead panned the guitar out wide during the first verse and added some hi-hats to the drums, but this would have diminished the overall impact of the chorus introduction. It's a simple trick that becomes highly effective once you really start to grasp how to use a stereo field as a songwriter. Beyond using panning simply as a way to build out and arrange a song, you can also use it creatively as an effect to make otherwise mundane parts sound much more interesting. One of my favourite examples of this can be found in a Lawrence song, where the hook is broken up into multiple different instruments, all of which are then scattered and panned using LCR, or left, centre, right. I took a similar approach when writing this part to make what might be an otherwise boring introduction to a riff sound much more engaging. The original part sounded like this before using the trick. Instead of this, I decided to chop up the part and then use a similar LCR panning style to add extra character, making it more like a call and response between the chord changes. Here's what I ended up with. While this can be a great way to arrange lead guitars, there's an even better method to use for rhythm tracks, which I cover in this video.